your family. Nyree's joining us, Director of Sports Nutrition, Drexel University, with some ways we can swap them out. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you're going to start with my favorite. I do love kettle chips, the jalapeno kettle chips.
Oh, they're so good.
And they have Gouda as well. Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. So that's a no-no.
Well, it's not a no-no, but if you're craving potato chips and you don't want to eat potato chips, you can substitute with something like these freeze-dried beets and snap peas. They have less calories and only 3 or 4 grams of fat per serving.
There are things you can do, but first of all, why is our brain craving that, the saltiness of the potato chip?
You might be dehydrated, you might be losing that electrolyte, sodium, and you just might be thirsty. That thirst mechanism also lends you to wanting saltiness, because when you sweat sodium. So I would drink something first. Drink something first and then make a decision of what you're going to eat.
That's always a good tip. So often when we think we're hungry, and we are hungry, but really if we just drank a whole bunch of water, we'd be less hungry. So this helps if you, like, they're not as tasty as this, period. But if you just want to sit in front of the TV and nosh and have chips, this could be a good substitute.
Kind of helps with your brain, right? Because you think you're kind of snacking on the same thing with the crispiness.
The crispiness has such a big impact on it. So the saltiness and the crispiness. So if you can feel satisfied with that, go for it. But if you want a small serving of potato chips, it's not going to kill you.
So lay off the chips, drink something like a bourbon and Coke instead. No, I'm just kidding. Water would be preference.
And
bread.
Vodka.
A lot of people trying to stay off the bread, but that's hard to do.
Okay, you don't have to completely stay off the bread, but like in that sandwich, for example, that has 220 calories in that roll. You can totally flip it into this wrap. The wrap is like 70 calories, and it has more nutrition in it. It has fiber in it. It has these seeds in it. So you're not only lowering calories, but you're also getting more out of it as a food instead of just a non-nutritive roll.
And you don't want to just get all the calories from the bread. That's the way you're already going to get that from your meat, your proteins, your other stuff. You're like, why waste all those calories on a big fat roll?
Exactly.
So that's a great swap out.
But is it because our brain, are we craving the carbs? Or why do we try to go toward the breads?
Oh, well, the bread just tastes good. I mean, you do crave carbs. I mean, you need carbs. That's a huge. That's the only fuel for your brain. It's the only fuel that gets through to the brain, crosses the blood-brain barrier. You need carbs. So sometimes your body is saying, like, why are you just feeding me all this meat? Give me some carbs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cake. I just had a lot of birthdays and celebrations happening in my house, so people would like have a riot if I didn't serve some sort of cake. So you're swapping out the big giant huge piece of cake with what?
A cake in a mug.
Okay.
And these cake in the mug, I made it with this Kodiak Power Cakes. This is full of, fiber as well, and I mean, it's so good. You need to taste it. You can't tell the difference. Even when I put a couple M&Ms on it, it doesn't even come close to that 850 calorie piece of cake.
And usually the Kodiak stuff is full of protein. Are these the protein ones?
This does have the protein, absolutely. She knows her stuff.
I'm trying to get a better understanding of why we crave things. So why do we crave the chocolate?
Chocolate, well, it's soothing. Like, it just might be even just association. Like, if you go to a party and you are prepared for a party, your brain is saying, at parties, we have cake, we have sweets. So you're just like setting yourself up for that because you're programmed to be thinking that way.
This is good. I wouldn't miss the chocolate cake if I had this.
This is
very
delicious.
I think so too. All
right, how about a chocolate bar? So what do you have? What's our sub instead?
So like mid-afternoon slump, you might be craving chocolate. You think is going to like pep you up, get you through the rest of the day. And there's great bars. Like, I mean, I love a Snickers bar. I love $10,000, $100,000 grand bars, one of my favorites. It's caramel, it's peanuts, but this Fiber One protein bar has all of that in it too. This is a super identical swap, and it's only 90 calories, and it has 5 grams of protein, and it has fiber in it too. It's totally doable. Another way to get some chocolate in, if you want chocolate craving, is instead of like a Hershey bar, have some strawberries and drizzle some like
Nutella or something.
Yeah, we have these packets like the Justins, with the peanut butter and
sometimes
Nutella.
we just need a little bit to satisfy our craving.
A little bit to satisfy, and focus on it when you're eating it. Like you just
slowly and savor.
Don't just shove it down there. So like you can sit with this. Like take a break if you want your chocolate Fiber One bar.
Not
take a break.
mindless eating.
Put your phone down and eat it.
Real quick, we have about 10 seconds here.
10.
Soda.
Okay. Soda out, seltzer water, this is probiotic. You can pump it up a little bit, add a shot of turmeric and ginger, and bam.
Cheers, and we'll pretend like it's a mimosa, right?
Cheers. How was it?
Nyree, thank you.
Thanks,
Delicious.
Nyree.
Yep, good.
Oh, that has a little bit of a kick to it.